Hey everyone. It's good and bad news. I'm still away from the truck, and I lost a bunch of footage of cleaning the carburetor. Man, it was really gummed up, and I wish you guys could have seen more. I do have a little bit of footage, and we'll tag that. We'll put that on the end, and there's a little bit of a teaser for the truck at the end of the video. But today, I just got a new pair of boots a couple months ago, and they're getting pretty dirty, so I'm gonna clean them. Oh. These are your standard Western style boots. Some would call them cowboy boots. I'm not a cowboy, so there'd be a bit of stolen valor there if I really called them cowboy boots. We'll call them Western boots. Cowboy boots for you cowboys. These are from Double H. First pair. They're really comfortable. Someday I might upgrade to some Lucchese's, but as of right now, these are working just fine. Been out in the winter in New England. They're getting a little dirty, so we're gonna clean them up for spring. Not sure how you guys usually clean your leather boots. Some say don't put water on them, or too much water, and use some special soaps. Today we're using Dawn dish soap. If it's good enough for this little duck, it's gonna be good enough for this dead cow. So basically you're gonna want to get this thing wet with a sponge. So I got a bucket of water here. We're gonna wet her down. If they're muddy, you can take a brush to them. Mine don't have any dried mud on them, so we're just gonna wet them pretty good. Get all the surface dirt off of there. And I had put some mink oil on these for winterizing them, and we kind of want to take that off, so we're going to use a healthy amount of soap as well to get all those oils off. What soap does is it creates a chemical reaction, and it changes the polarity of the oils in the water so that water will mix with the oil as to let the oils flow off of whatever you're cleaning. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh boy, we're making a mess. Holy smokes. This is going to take all the dirt and grime off of here and get her all nice and brand new. You might lose a little color if you don't mind. If you do, maybe try in an inconspicuous spot first and see if you're gonna lose anything. Boy, I'm making a mess. Alright. She's pretty well scrubbed down. So we're gonna go ahead and rinse it off. Not sure how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna throw it right back into the old soap bucket. And I'm just pulling a bunch of water out of this clean water bucket with my sponge. I'm dribbling it down my leg, putting it on the floor, cleaning the floor. Oh God. All right. As you can see, it lightened up the color quite a bit. That's how they originally came before I put the mink oil on them. So what we're gonna do now is take a cloth, dry these things off real quick. And we're gonna get on to the next one. There's 2 in a pair. Make sure you do your second one. It's not quite over yet. You guessed it, Lexol. We used to clean our saddles, or condition our saddles with this. I would condition my baseball gloves. It's just about the best thing you can use for leather, in my opinion. Always had good luck with it, so I urge you to try it. Alright, so we'll let those sit till they're just about dry. I'm going to do a little cleanup here. Alright, so these are pretty well dry. We still have some of the mink oil in there. You can scrape that out and then get in there with even more soap if you want. I'm gonna leave it and just let the next cleaning take care of it. All right, so you're gonna wanna shake this up a little, pretty well. Good enough. This time I'm gonna use a microfiber towel. You can use a regular towel or you can use a sponge. I used a sponge last time, but we're gonna try microfiber or just a towel. See how that works. I think we used to use just old t-shirts for our leather. Throw a healthy amount of that on there, just like that. Start putting her on. This will darken it up a little, but it'll dry and eventually come back to somewhat of the color after we washed it. Just want to do this so that your leather doesn't dry out once that water dries. You want to get this stuff into that leather. You might be able to drive some of the water out as well. We might put a second coat on, but this is probably going to be fine. And that'll just preserve it. Do this every month or so. Keep them nice. When you're running through the puddles, tends to wear out the leather after it's drying and get those dried out. But this stuff's pretty heavy duty, this leather on these boots, so it'll keep good for a while. Probably do an overkill on this, but I like to take care of what I got. Switch on to the next side, do this at your leisure, and then we'll move on to the 71 GMC. So there you have it. newly conditioned pair of Western cowboy, kind of any kind of leather you want, boots. Now on to the reason you came here. So like I said, I lost quite a bit of video. We had like a 40-minute video of cleaning the carburetor. It was pretty gummed up, varnished up, looked like deck stain in there, smelled worse. Got a new phone and unfortunately lost some data with that. I do have a few shorter videos that I'll put in the clips, and then the teaser. So without further ado, here they are. Okay, so we're taking apart the the secondary bowl. Looks like, well, it's quite a mess for one, and looks like the person who took it apart last didn't quite get the screws seated all the way. Let's hope these are the correct bolts. This one's down, but I don't know. This is probably gonna go bad, but let's see what's in here. So I got the bolts off. I did try them. They do go down deep enough to seat on these gaskets, which are going to need to be replaced on. Looked inside and it is just a varnish city. I mean, we're talking old gas. It's been sitting there for a long time. It doesn't smell good. Whoever put these gaskets on was eating pancakes in an excessive amount of syrup, because they are stuck on. And it might have been the varnish. It's probably the varnish that seeped into the gaskets that's not allowing it to come off, but holy cow, is this tough. All right, so here's how it's going. This is just varnish, deck stain. We got the bowl and float sitting in some Marvel Mystery Oil. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to let it sit there for a while. This is just caked on. I mean, don't let your fuel sit for this long. Holy cow. So we're just going to keep working on this. The throttle body cleaned up pretty nice. I stripped the drives out of a couple screws. I don't know why these aren't going in very well. After they were taken out, they might have just been gummed up. The threads were gummed up, but looking pretty good. So happy with that. Just a lot of work ahead of us for this secondary bowl, and the rest of it. Like, we got some. It's gnarly in there. Wire brush, solvents. See if we can get it. See if we can stay away from getting any cancer from the solvents we're going to use. So hope for the best. All right. We'll return with updates. Well, we have the plate in there soaking. Got this pretty well cleaned up as far as we're going to get mechanically. Going to have to get some carb cleaner or brake cleaner in there, but did it all with this little guy, this old putty knife. Somehow didn't jam it into my hand and have to go to the hospital, but no cuts. She's getting there. Gonna also have to blow some of those ports out with all the gasket material that probably went in there. Probably 100 pounds of gasket material in there. But as for the rest, man, she was running rich, it looks like. Something was gunked up in there. We're gonna have to tune on this when we get it back, but she should clean up nicely. No real mechanical issues with it, just sooty and everything. So see what we can do and check back with you a little bit later. So as you can see, she's running. Not good. Obviously have to tune her. She quit right as soon as I let off the throttle, but it's good news. She's alive. Going home in a couple weeks here, and we are going to clean the whole engine bay, basically pressure wash the heck out of it. Probably hit the sides of the body and maybe the undercarriage. Might try to take off that rusted out bed. And then intake manifold's going to get removed. We're going to regasket that. We're going to wire brush up the intake manifold, paint it up, possibly take out the engine in the future. Not right now. We want to get it running and driving first, and then we'll do engine mods on it. But as of right now, that's way in the future. Probably when we get ready to do body mods and stuff, if we're going to do any of that. Not sure what we're going to do for a bed. If you look at the last video, it's pretty well worn out, needs a brand new bed. Do we go to LMC? Do I build my own? Is it going to be just a wooden deck bed? I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see more videos like this? Just truck videos? I could make another playlist, make another channel. I'm not sure. But thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content. And it really helps me out. And hit the bell if you want to get notifications on new content. Thanks, guys. Until next time, keep her pedal down.